Hello, my name's Paul Borman. I'm an executive coach to some of the most senior people in the world and a business psychologist. In this online program, I'll share with you some of the common issues that my clients bring to me and the advice that I give them to help overcome these issues. There'll be written exercises to complete, and most importantly, actions to take back in your workplace. Very often I have people come to me who have a great deal of clarity about how they should be spending their time and how it's different to what they're actually doing now. They're really clear that they're not doing the right things. I had somebody who came to me and they absolutely knew that they needed to develop a 3-year strategy. It was really important for them to define the future of their organisation, but that was going to take some time and thinking. They were going to need to go out of the office, get some headspace, consult with other people. But they had a really busy day job. So it kept on hanging on and hanging on. Every time I spoke to them, they said, I still need to develop that 3-year strategy. And they needed my help to try and break the pattern that they were in that wasn't allowing them the time to do so. Similarly, I had someone else who was an incredibly successful CEO who was planning to move on, to retire. And he was really keen to develop an internal successor. And again, it kept on coming back over and over again. I still haven't started working on my successor. Perhaps you're like that. Perhaps you are really clear too of the way in which to change what's in your diary, and you just can't find the time to do that thing. It's that issue that I'm going to help you with today. It's a bit like a bowl of sand. The bowl represents your diary, and the sand are all of the different activities, emails, and other clutter that is filling your diary. Most people I know have a very, very full bowl. The sand is packed in and there's more pouring in all the time. So then you're faced with the need to insert something new into that diary. Let's represent that as a ping pong ball. The ping pong ball is the important strategic task that often gets lost, but you need to get in your diary. Now most people will try to force it in to begin with and soon realise there's no space. I don't have a gap in my diary. There's no room for this task. So their second response is to say, I'll clear a space. Let me dig a hole in the sand. And when I've managed to clear out all of this mess, I'll be able to fit that important task in there. But the problem is, as fast as you dig, the sand settles back in and new tasks arrive. It's never possible to make a hole big enough to do that strategic task. The only way out of it is to start from scratch. Have an empty bowl and put the ping pong balls in first. Let the sand settle around them. A problem, however, arises when you've put these appointments in your own diary. Many of them will be quite solitary. You may wish to take a few hours out to think about the long-term strategy of your business, and as such, it's just a meeting with yourself. And then the pressure starts. People keep demanding your time. There is an emergency at work. Before long, you sacrifice that meeting. You say, it's okay, I can attend your meeting because I was only going to do a bit of strategic planning. It can wait. You begin to let go of all of the ping pong balls that you've carefully inserted. It's really hard to resist this. But I like to play a little mental trick that helps me keep true to those appointments. I pretend that they are actually appointments with the person who I am most scared of. I used to have this very intimidating client who was very demanding of me. And I said to my PA, make sure that you protect this meeting with myself as though it was a meeting with her. So short of somebody dying or being rushed to the hospital, I wouldn't cancel that meeting for anything. And you have to believe in yourself that the meeting with yourself to address your strategic task is as important as that meeting with a very challenging, threatening, and important person to you. By doing this, you stand just a little bit of a chance of staying true and keeping that space clear. So what's the biggest thing that you need to change in your diary? What's the ping pong ball that you need to squeeze into the sand? Use your worksheet and note it down, but more importantly, go to your diary and make an appointment to do it. Yes, this will create tension in your diary. Some sand now won't be able to fit in, and there actually may be some consequences to that. But remember, a vital part of your role is now in, and it is protected. Remember, treat it the same as you would a meeting with your most important stakeholder, only to be moved in the direst of circumstances. Finding time for important tasks is never easy, but following this video, try using your worksheet to help identify the tasks you want to prioritise and reorganise your diary to protect those tasks. Then see how much easier it is to get those tasks done.